myself around you for a while.
Good morning, everybody. TGIF, Tiff.
I'm with you, babe. All in.
How about it? Yeah. So a little bit later in this show, we're going to be talking to a couple who's been married 35 years. They've got this funny podcast about why have we been married so long? and their suggestions for a long marriage are interesting. They used to live in Wisconsin, now California, so we can look forward to that. But there were some tweets during the past year that were shared on social media that I think are pretty hilarious.
Yeah, they say they belong in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah. All right, so we just decided we would read a couple of them and share them with you. And this one, I think, is my favorite of the four that we're going to share. And this one is from a woman who says, sent my husband nudes, and he asked me which mole I was worried about.
I love this next one. This is from Crockett. In 34 years on this planet, I've learned one very important lesson that I'm going to pass on to you fellas. She can eat your fries. You cannot eat her fries.
That's right. Isn't it? Isn't it, Tiff? That's the truth.
That is pure truth. That is truth.
I'm glad you learned that, Crockett. All right, this is from Rodney. This is funny, too. My wife didn't order anything from Amazon yesterday, so the UPS guy knocked on the door to see if we're okay.
Fair. That is absolutely fair. And here's from Dad Man Walking. There are two kinds of people. The ones that pack 6 days before a trip and the ones that wake up the day of and realize the need to do a load of laundry. And then they marry each other.
Yeah. And then it's like this, right? It's like button
Absolutely.
heads.
Yep.
That's hilarious. And I think traveling, boy, if you travel with someone, you get to know them.
That is true. That's why they always say, like, during the pandemic, it's been hard because a lot of people say they really don't know how they feel about a relationship until after the first trip that they take together. So,
right? Except they can't go on a trip, so they're just stuck in perpetual dating pre-travel. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, here's another thing that came out during the pandemic was a study, and this is from a doctor at the Columbia School of Nursing in New York, okay? And the study was on how often should you shower.
So not do you shower,
Molly,
but how often you should shower.
Exactly. How often should you shower?
Okay.
Molly, what do you think?
You're asking me how often you should shower?
Yeah.
I'm going to say the answer is 3 times a week because they're not going to say every day because they're going to say it dries out your skin and it removes essential oils or something like that.
You're very right. They're talking about, basically keeping beneficial microbes on our skin, and that's what's good for us. Unless you're super active, this is the caveat. If you're super active or if you're prone to infections, you should shower more. But they're saying you don't need to shower like every 3 to 7 days is when you need to shower.
3 to 7? 7 is a week.
And they say literally if you've got drier skin, you can go longer.
Whoa, longer than a week?
So I'm just saying, all you kids out there, you're right on target.
That's not going to be good for a 35-year marriage. It's not going to be good.
No.
It's our
and people, I think, are so specific, right? Because some people are like, shower in the morning, shower at night.
Yeah.
Other people are like, no, every other day. And people think it's gross on both ends of the spectrum.
That is, yeah, for sure. But it's a good sound off question because instead of asking you how often you think you should shower or that people in general should shower, we're asking you on Facebook. Go ahead and sound off. Yeah. How often do you shower? And what's interesting about it is today is Bubble Bath Day. I love it. Yeah, it's a day to take the time to luxuriate in a super foamy tub full of bubbles. There's a national day for everything, and today it happens to be about bubble baths. So enjoy one.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I think we have time for this because I was thinking about the fact the other day that your bird fact.
Yeah.
Remember your sad bird?
Yeah.
It was basically what was it that birds can't swallow without gravity? That's why they can't go up in space.
Yes. Yeah. That's the thing. It said, why do birds not go to space? And the point was they can't swallow because they need gravity to swallow. So that's why they can't enter into space.
Okay, so it reminded me of this fast fact I had heard, and I always kind of like kept it in my mind. I don't know why, but now I know why. And the fact is that you cannot burp in space.
You can't?
No, for the same reason.
What about tooting?
I don't know that. I didn't look that up, but I'm sure there's something about that on the interweb.
Only
but yeah,
you.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I've kept this random fact in my head forever. And then when you said that, it came to me and I was like, no, I need to look this up. But the reason being is air cannot separate from solids and liquid in space. You know, that's why, same thing for the bird. That's why it can't swallow. So basically when you can't burp in space because the things can't separate. They said it would just be a chunky bubble.
A chunky, well, and on National Bubble Bath Day, that's perfect. To me, that's exactly the kind of information I would expect you to retain. I'm just saying. All right, that is awesome. See, we're changing lives, don't you think? Now people are like, well, if I can't burp, I'm not going to space.
Here's the deal. At the end of the day, I'm basically about a 12-year-old boy. Sense of humor of that right there.
Very aware of that. All right, before we